about this? Should we step one closer?
Yeah, go for it.
How about that? How about this? Look who I got. It's Chris Billam-Smith. He still he's not quite panda-eyed. Like,
Nah,
he looked quite good.
Not too bad.
No stitches this time?
It's probably the best I've looked at. Any of my fights have gone to points. So I did an 8-rounder, I've done 10, 12, and it's probably the best I've looked. And it's still not great, but it's
Hey,
good.
looking good, mate. Looking good. We're at Wembley, right, for Usyk v Dubois II. We can't talk about that in a little bit because you was in action this weekend. Back to winning ways. Dealt with Brandon Glanton. I'm gonna say his fucking name wrong right now. He's gone now. He's forgotten about. But he brought the chat, didn't he? Like, Bill, I didn't manage to talk to you beforehand. What was that like, the gentleman? Like,
Yeah,
was it hard to deal with, or were you just like?
At the presser, he mentioned my son having a bitch for a father, and I that's fine. Like, call me that. That's fine. But I didn't hear him say about he's going to give me brain damage, and then I heard it afterwards. And that's the sport. There's no place for that, is there, in this sport? It's a dangerous sport. You know. Eubank, Ben is the bill. Both of their dads have had cases. Eubank Jr.'s had a case. You've had a case where that's been been real life, and you can't say that in the sport. It was disgusting, and I had to it riled me right up, to be honest with you, and I had to probably calm myself down in the few days after, chat to Greg Meehan, who's the mindset coach and breathwork, and get him to say a few things to me to calm me down, because I was riled up.
What did he say, and what did you do?
He was just like, I just needed to voice it out for myself, really. But I think I just come to the conclusion that I was like, well, what he says doesn't matter. All that matters is the result of the fight. And I just kind of had to just put that to bed and make sure I got the job done on the night and not let emotion take over. You can't, as soon as you fight emotionally, it's a dangerous game.
No, absolutely. And you've had fights before. I don't think there's been any real needle, but you obviously, like, you take the Okoli fight, for example, there's a lot of emotion there because you were once friends, now you've got to be enemies, if you will, even if it's just for a night, stuff like that. So you dealt with it really well, especially seeing as, I mean, you got the pressure on yourself because you're the gentleman, yeah? You can't pick him up, throw him over the table.
I felt like I had to win for the greater good.
Did you not like slap him with like a glove or something like that? Something
nothing
honourable?
Like that. Well, no. I hit him with a glove, that was about it.
Yeah. I suppose so. Let's wait for that.
But that was the only sort of, I said, saving grace in that situation. Is I got to punch him on Saturday and put him in his place.
Yeah. So obviously you're back to winning ways. What's next for you, Chris? So this weekend we've got WBC action. We've got Badu Jack, who's been training in London, and he's taking on this guy. Keeps changing his name, so I've lost his name.
Noel McCallion.
McCallion
is the most recent name. There's Noel Gevor or Noel McCallion. I'm not sure.
So it's champion in recess versus champion who was once champion in recess, who's probably still champion in recess, because it's very confusing what's going on.
I was there at the convention, and then McCallion was champion at the time, and Badu Jack was champion in recess, and then McCallion got made champion in recess because he had some legal disputes going on. And so they just brought Jack back in, and then the number 1 and 2 had boxed each other the weekend before. They drew, and then I was like, well, where am I in all this? And then they stuck me at number 4, Glanton at number 5, and they're all meant to box off each other. And then Ruzicki's pulled out, who was number 1. So McCallion stepped in because he's sorted it. He's now, so who knows what? I don't know how that works, but at least they're fighting each other, and there won't be a champion in recess. There will be a champion this weekend.
So, loads of things to get in there. Firstly, are you going this weekend?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
You should go.
I am tempted, but...
Just jump on a flight. Everyone's out there. And make your way in. Apparently, it's really difficult to get in there. There's not a lot of fans there. There's not a lot of... Even the press, I think, don't get a press pass because they're sitting in the Hilton next door watching on the screen. You've got to get in there. You've got to make a scene. Bring that glove.
Yeah, potentially.
If you was going the legitimate route, rather than just, David Hay, Derek Chisora, glass me, get away in. But so you number 4 beats number 5. Where are you now, or you just don't know yet?
I don't know. But with my name and having fought recently, I'm sure I'll be in with a shot next.
And this is the route for you right now, WBC.
Yeah, it makes sense because Alpataya and Zerda both got separate fights, and from what I hear, they're looking to fight each other later on in the year. So I want a world title shot. The other 3 belts are tied up, so it looks most likely that it'll be that one.
And that is obviously you're staying in boxing. Rightly so. Still looking fresh, not taking many punches, and WBC is there. And I mean, who do you think wins this weekend out of the two guys?
I don't know. I think McKaylin's coming late, but if he's fit, he could do it. I mean, Jack's been out he's 41. He's been out for over 2 years. He's beat a Makabu late on. McKaylin beat Makabu in 3 rounds. Makabu was over the hill when Badou Jack boxed him. Obviously, even more so when McKaylin boxed him. But yeah, it's a tough one. I think Badou's always got that natural skill and ability. He's always going to have it. It's just where he is fitness-wise, sharpness-wise, having that time out. And then if McKaylin's still been training in between his, in this dispute period, he hasn't boxed for a long time, and how fit he is. So it's an interesting one. I'm on the fence with it, and it really depends for me, having not seen any of the guys train and stuff, depends where each one of them is in terms of in their own head, but also their fitness, and I think that'd be a determining factor. But I think McKaylin will probably be the fresher in terms of career. And I think for his sake, hopefully he's in shape, taking it late notice.
Yeah. So nothing yet for you in the pipeline apart from eye on the WBC, maybe a fight to keep yourself busy until you can put yourself front of the queue, and maybe a quick trip to Riyadh this weekend.
Maybe.
We are here at the press conference for Usyk v Dubois II. You're here. You're covering a bit for Sky boy through and through. But I know you know Dubois very well. Spent a lot of time in the gym, sparred Dubois. I know you've even had an eye on Usyk at one point, thinking about how I'm going to finish my career with southpaws. So, what do you make of this rematch? Is it too early to have predictions?
I think Daniel's in a better place this time round than he was the first time. But Usyk's Usyk, and you're never gonna bet against him. Like, even when it was him and Fury against each other, and they were both unbeaten, it was just something. There's an aura about Usyk where you can't choose against him. He's got this calmness. He doesn't ever get irate or anything like that. So yeah, I'd always pick him as the favourite, but Daniel's confidence is the highest it's ever been, and probably could be. He's had to overcome some stuff in his last 5 fights. One of those 5 fights was the Usyk fight, but he'll probably take a lot from the low blow incident, which I believe was a low blow because it was below the belly button.
Yep.
Whether it was causing as much damage to his privates as he made out, then who knows? But Usyk won the fight, but Daniel's going to be in a great place.
Yeah, he's in a better place, Daniel. I mean, has he changed since he was in the gym with you? And whether he has or not, what did he used to do so well back then?
I mean,
apart from just punching like.
Well, he's got good feet, and Shane understood that and got him to move from his feet and punch from his feet, and he likes to flow. He feels his best, I think, watching him from when he's like flowing a little bit, that slightly amateurish style, which isn't a terrible thing against Usyk, who's got good feet. But I think the thing is the Lorena fight, he overcomes so much. He shattered his knee. His knee was in bits. Obviously tore his MCL, I think, and needed major surgery, and got through it. And that's a massive win emotionally for him to overcome a hardship. Yes, the Usyk fight was after that, but since then he's had that Miller fight where he's had to overcome hitting someone and then just keep walking forward at you and not get overwhelmed like, oh my God, this guy can take my power, I am human, or whatever he was feeling. Hrgovic the same, got nailed early on in that fight, was getting beat and obviously got the win. But it'll be interesting to see how he is going into this fight. I think he'll be super confident, but Usyk just keeps you mentally engaged the entire fight and saps you from that, and that is probably his best attribute.
Yeah, you did the business, right, and you won your world title in a football stadium, your beloved Bournemouth football stadium, which must be the greatest moment of your career. But then you still got to box on, and you got to go, and your next fight's in a stadium, and it's actually one of your best performances, I think, in terms of you didn't get hit much and you did the job against Riakporhe. Dubois last year beat Joshua here at Wembley. It's got to be the best feeling ever. What's it like? Like tell people at home. What's it like after you've experienced climbing the mountain to then go back to work? Like, what's it? I mean, is this fight even bigger for him?
I guess in a way, this is similar to me against Riatpour because he's revisiting a fight he lost.
Yes.
And yes, he's back in a stadium where he boxed last time out and won, but the confidence is going to be there. He feels like he's better than he was the first time round. And for me, like, I was so confident going into that fight. And that was the target. I had to sort of right the wrong. And that's probably how Daniel's going to feel going into this is I get a chance to right the wrong. In his head, he's going to be, I know I'm better than him. And he's going to be hugely motivated. I don't think there's going to be any, I've climbed the mountain now and he's going to be a lackluster performance. I think it's will be extremely, extremely confident.
Yeah, I think so too, Chris. Well said, mate. Thanks for coming on the show, mate. I'll give you a shake of the hand.